What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Monkey Flop here, and today I got your gaming news, baby. If you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit a like, comment down below, support your boy. If you guys are new, subscribe with those bell notifications turned on. Now we got some crazy news to talk about, which we'll get into. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the entire end of the video and get a huge announcement as well. Now, before we talk about the PS5 pre-order catastrophe and more pre-orders being available later, which we'll talk about, first, I wanted to talk about Bethesda being bought out by Xbox and Microsoft. Crazy news that I woke up to this morning, and there's a lot of questions, and I'm going to pass some questions off to you. But if you think about Bethesda, you think about Doom, you think about Elder Scrolls, you think about Fallout, you think about Skyrim. What games do you think about when it comes to Bethesda? Does Prey ever cross your mind? Some people maybe, but not everybody. Anyways, Bethesda has a lot of really good games that a lot of players love, and this is a smart move by Xbox, and it's kind of crazy that they kept it hush hush until well after PS5 pre-orders happened. With that being said, I just can't wrap my head around this, to be honest with you. Bethesda being bought out by Microsoft. A lot of people have questions, including myself. What does this mean for PlayStation and Bethesda games? The answer, honestly, is not 100% clear. At this moment, the only thing they said was that Bethesda is still going to be Bethesda. Does that mean the game development is going to be the same? Or does that mean that Bethesda games are still going to be on PlayStation, on Nintendo Switch? Because Bethesda's on Nintendo now. What's going to happen to all of that? There's a lot of questions that have not been answered, and the answer that we got is really not clear. So we're going to have to wait, and as soon as I get more information about Bethesda games in the future, I'll definitely let you guys know. But what do you guys think about that whole situation? What do you guys think about Xbox behind Bethesda and, you know, Fallout, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Prey? So many of their IPs are going to be available for free on Xbox Games Pass, which also means that if you have a PC that can run those games, all you need is just Xbox Games Pass, and then you have access to all of those games. We're going to have to wait and see what Sony's got up their sleeve, to be completely honest with you, because Microsoft is really going hard in on the Xbox Games Pass, especially with this move here, because literally all of Bethesda's IPs are going to be available for free on the Xbox Games Pass. So I'm going to pass the question off to you. What do you think about this whole entire situation? Give me your guys' honest opinions. Do you guys think that the Xbox Game Pass is more valuable now? What do you think about it compared to PlayStation Now subscription and PlayStation Plus? Let me know in those comments. Okay, now we need to talk about PlayStation 5's pre-order catastrophe. Holy cow. What happened there? Am I the only one that signed up on PlayStation's official website for notifications as soon as pre-orders would become available, so that way I get a chance to pre-order? And I also signed up for GameStop's notifications, Best Buy's, Target, Walmart, every single store in America, well, in Los Angeles. I signed up for all these notifications, and what happened there, I honestly believe that it's not really on Sony's end, but really the game stores jumping ship and starting pre-orders early. Because Sony's official statement underneath a Twitter thread was that pre-orders would be available the next day after the big announcement of the PlayStation 5 price and release date. But all of a sudden, pre-orders started happening, and I'm starting to see this unfold on Twitter, so I'm like, I better head over to my GameStop as soon as possible. I flew over, I went the speed limit, okay? But we went to GameStop, pre-orders were already gone. The guy told me that even before the announcement, pre-orders opened and they only had 30 slots. And keep in mind, this is Los Angeles, and I went to one of the biggest GameStops there is in my area because I thought for sure I'd get a pre-order there. They only had 30 slots available. Those were all gone. I checked Walmart, I checked Target, I checked every single place, and either it said unavailable, or I go to checkout and it just keeps spinning and then gives me an error and then says it's unavailable. Very, very frustrating times. I'm not sure if you guys got the same type of experience. I know some of you guys actually landed a pre-order, which if you did, congratulations, because I didn't even get a pre-order. I didn't even get a pre-order for the PlayStation. Like, what? I was on it. And it didn't happen for me. And supposedly the next day more pre-orders were going to open up because not all the stores jumped ship and started pre-orders early. It still didn't happen. At least for me. Did it happen for you? Let me know in those comments down below. But a little bit of a backstory about the PlayStation 5 pre-orders. Apparently what everybody's saying is that Walmart was the first one to jump ship and start pre-orders early, and then GameStop and all these other websites followed suit, including Amazon. So this is very interesting to say the least. Now, Sony did come out and say that there's going to be more pre-orders at a later time. We don't know exactly when that is, but they did actually come out with this public statement. You guys can pause it and read it at your leisure or go to their official Twitter page. But I honestly applaud PlayStation for coming out and speaking. That's what we've needed from PlayStation for so long. Things get messed up, things happen, and you don't hear a peep from Sony. But this time, they actually did justice. And they apologized, and I say good on Sony. You know, it's not 100% their fault. Sure, you know, they should have had more control over the pre-orders and over the stores that were allowing pre-orders. But at the same time, they can't control what Walmart does. They can't control what GameStop does, or Target, or Best Buy, or any other store. I just wish it was handled a lot better, but I will let you guys know as soon as pre-orders become available, depending on the situation, because this last time was absolutely nuts. It was crazy. I had no time to make a video. I had no time to do anything. So as soon as we get an announcement, hopefully PlayStation will announce it early and give us a date and a time of when the next pre-orders become available, and that happens. But if for whatever reason that doesn't happen, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter at monkeyflop or at monkeyflop1 on Instagram, because I'm going to post that information right away. I don't want you guys to miss out. I'll probably make a community post as well here on YouTube, so make sure you guys have the subscribe with the notifications turned on, so that way when I post a community post on my YouTube channel, you know, the little tab where it says community, I'll post information there as well. Okay, so we have to talk about Horizon Forbidden West and why it wasn't shown off in the PlayStation Showcase. Apparently it's being built from the ground up on the PlayStation 5, but a lot of fans don't believe that's even the case. A lot of fans are speculating that they already have the game built on the PlayStation 4. Why wouldn't they just build off of that foundation that they already have? They already have the game coding and everything on it. They could just make a brand new game out of that. Well, if you want next-gen graphics, if you want you know, higher FPS, frames per second, I'm not a game developer, I'm not a coder, I don't know anything, but I would assume that they would need to build it from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 to have true PlayStation 5 graphics. But I'm going to pass the question off to you. Maybe some of you guys are out there and are doing a little thing on the side, game developing or coding, or, you know, I know some of you guys are up to something. So let me know you guys' honest opinions in those comments. You know, Fan Freakin' Wrestling, the other YouTube channel that I have, we're actually going to rebrand it to Fan Freakin'. And this is going to be a little bit different. We're still going to cover some wrestling news and topics and things like that, but we're actually going to mix it up, and this is actually cool because it's going to give me creative freedom to create anything I want, but it's still gonna have a focus. You know, the events that I go to, like E3, Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, Long Beach Comic-Con. I get flown out to Texas to go to Gearbox Studios. I go here, I go there. We're gonna be covering extra footage and extra little things over on that channel. We got some pretty cool concepts and ideas for video series and different things that I'm going to do on the channel, as well as incorporate some of the motorcycle stuff in it too. But the motorcycle stuff is not going to be focused on motorcycles. It's going to be more focused on exploring Los Angeles and, you know, different things like that. I don't want to give you guys too much information because I don't want to spoil the things that we have planned. If you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, the link is going to be in the description down below. I'm honestly really excited for this because it's not only going to give me the creative freedom to create crazy and cool new things that I've always wanted to do, but I'm going to have friends join me along the way, including Madame Eve. You guys remember Madame Eve from like previous videos? Well, I'm going to have her back as a guest on some of the videos, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm honestly really excited, and I hope you guys join me along the journey because it's gonna be a wild ride. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for absolutely everything. You guys are freaking amazing. Let me know what you guys think about everything we talked about in those comments down below. Make sure to hit a like. If you guys are new, please subscribe. Head over to the other channel. The link will be right here and in the video description down below. You guys are freaking awesome.